All right, greetings. I wanted to just show you the thought processes behind searching so that when you are given or you have a couple of articles and you want to find those articles inside of your search for systematic review or scoping review or any really review, you want to make sure that certain articles are located. First, you want to use a broad database like Scopus, and you can insert the title of that article. And you want to change this to title, article title, and then click search. Now, it's going to locate the article you're looking for. Ding, 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 nothing amazing. But when you click on the abstract of it, then you start to peruse to see what terminology is here. And if you're not seeing anything that stands out to you, you come over here and you want to look at the keywords. So you're looking at all of the keywords that are here, and so that you know which ones you can use or more likely to use, and you're getting a range of it. Things that you might have put just disparities instead of healthcare disparities, it may or may not pick up. Um, some of these you kind of already knew to use. You're looking to see if there's anything different in here that you did not already have. Okay, so let's turn that off. And you can also click on related documents to see what documents the database says are related to this article. Um, and of course, the article is in there, and you want to go back over here to your keywords because, of course, you only want in this particular place, we're only looking for things related to the bereavement. And now I'm going back because I didn't see disparities. Hmm. Very interesting. Put it in alphabetical order. See if I can find it a little bit better. No, I'm not seeing. So this is why we do this, because now you'll see that healthcare disparities, inequities, any of those kinds of terms are not in this list. Now, don't start asking me why they're not in this list. That's between you and the database. I don't know why they're not on the list. It should be here, but it is not. And that could be why some of these articles are not connecting that way. So knowing this information now, changes how you search. So that means your disparity terms, we have to get a little bit more creative on how to include them so that it doesn't go awry. Now, I'm going to go ahead and click limit to, and then that's going to reduce the number of articles we have here down to 608. Now, we have this list. Let's do the next article because inequities are in the title of this article and they did not show up in the search. But we can search within the results. So let's do that. Inequities or disparities. And then click search. So we now know these are the articles. And okay, so now we have the article that showed up. And let's go back to, it won't let you. Okay, so it can be found. It just has a bit of a backdoor to it. It doesn't take away from the standardization of the search. We just now know that the word inequities or disparities does not necessarily regularly show up with certain article titles. So let's try this with the next one. Now, this one does not specifically, have inequities in the title as well. But of course, if we do a control find, it didn't find inequities and it didn't find disparities. So one of your articles that you have and that you're interested in does not have the terminology you're looking for. So that also tells me that we have to do this a particular kind of way. Not bad, just different. Just different. We'll do the same thing, click on related documents, see what comes up, and then come over here to your keywords and see what keywords have been brought back. Bereavement and bereavement support. Now, bereavement support is a different terminology that wasn't in the last one, but bereavement should cover it. But we also should have one. Death was not in the other search. Let's also include fetal death and fetus death. Grief. Mortality. Miscarriage. Newborn death. Perinatal death. Perinatal death is popular, obviously. And then again limited those, and now we have a different list, cut it down by that many. Now we can search within these results, but as you know, this article doesn't specifically use the word disparities or inequities, so it should not come up when I type in inequities or disparities. You get articles. You should not get this article. And we're going to do a quick scroll. Qualitative study. Qualitative study. Now you do get this article, which is great. So that means that even with the related documents, this article is showing up. So while I'm looking, let's see if this article and this article. Okay. And what I want to do, sorry, 10 results is just not enough. Let's go ahead and put it on 200 so I can scroll the whole thing. And in fact, control find again. And there's at least 22 qualitative articles. Let's see if we find the one we want. Okay, I didn't went through 22 that fast. Okay, and then let's use the word project and see if bereavement project, it doesn't. Okay, so the inequities article showed up, but the qualitative study article does not show up when you limit the results to just inequities. And so if we come on, database. Okay, so now we back to that 1500, and I'm actually going to go ahead and search to see if project came up in the, and in fact, let's just do project or qualitative. Now the purpose of this is just to see if the articles we're looking for have shown up, and we're looking for this qualitative study, and we're looking for the perinatal bereavement project. And so 917 articles, and let's see what's a faster way to do this. Okay, I ain't seen a faster way. So back to our control find, and this will only do it on this. Oh, there it is. So we did get perinatal bereavement in the big articles, which is good to know. And then qual. Maybe let's do some size. No, qualitative studies. What we got? European Journal of Midwifery. Let's do it this way, because really I just want to see if the article is in this search. And so instead of doing it that way, let's come back up to the top. It ain't moving like that. And we're going to come over here to the journal. And the journal is, again, European Journal of Midwifery. European Journal of Midwifery is not here in this list. That tells me it wasn't in this search. Okay. So, clear that. Go back to the 9. And now, if we look again, European journals, but not this one. Okay, so here's where the problem lies. And so let's think of some solutions so that this article shows up. So first, let's go back to searching that article. I don't think I searched that article already. I think the first article was, oh, here it is, qualitative bereavement. Now, goes to 2,840, and then inequities or disparities, and then we know bereavement is going to show up. That's not a surprise. This is also a qualitative study, so that's not going to slow it down, and it's on bereavement, so we should be good in finding in this set of 2,000. In fact, before I search, let me go ahead and look in the journal list. Yep, we're doing a needle in the haystack, and that is so much fun. Okay, this one is called reproductive health, and reproductive health is here, and it has 8 articles. Let's see what those 8 are. And bereavement project is not one of the 8 that show up. Okay, so here's what the issue is then. So these oh no, there it is. Woo woo. Okay, I just missed it. So okay, good. So we know bereavement shows up. Great. So check. Now we can check the next one. So we got bereavement article showing up. Influence. This article is the International Journal of Nursing Studies. And again, put it in alphabetical order. International Journal of Nursing Studies has 8 articles. Let's see what these are. And make sure I scroll all the way to the top. This one is called The Influence Culture. And there's the influence culture, stillbirth in China. And then we have the bereavement care guidelines. And this is a scoping review by who? Where is it published? JBI. And let's check JBI. JBI. Now the practice guidelines, I'm not surprised if they don't show up here. That's pretty regular, actually. And Journal JBL. This journal has a lot of names. Let's do this one by the author, Lisa Roberts. So let's double check, because sometimes, okay, and Roberts. No, so there's no Lisa Roberts on this list. All right, so this practice guideline did not show up. So that's the next one we want to search to see which one of these articles is the glue that connects them all. That is what I am looking for right now. We're looking for the glue. Now you might be saying to yourself, well, Miss Logan, Dr. Logan, can we just do an or? Yeah, let's try it actually before I go looking for the glue. Article title. Well, so this one, this one, this one, that's 3, and this is 4. Well, wait, before I do that, I gotta actually hit search and then go back. It's gotta find it first. It's gotta be in my list. So title, 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of these I did not search because it was found. Yeah, okay. And then we click on combine queries. We want to combine them with an or, because we want all of them. Or do we want to combine it with an and? Mm, yeah, I should have did an and. It happens. And in fact, oh, because if I combine it with an and, it's not going to find it all like that. Let's use all fields. Now, this will probably get us a gigantic search that we're not going to want. Yeah, and it didn't give us nothing. All right, so now let's double back to this bereavement search. And let's put it on article title, all fields, and then related documents. I'm giving all this to you so that you can see the background issues, so that I'm not just telling you what I did or giving you something. I want you to see the process and the problems. Now, the other journals were European. What was the name of that thing? Not reproductive health. European Journal of Midwifery. Well, that did not show up. And this Wiley article on Nicole's birth shows up. There's birth. No. Yes, because I used that title. International Journal of Nursing Studies, yes. And Reproductive Health. Okay. So I see where the clash is. So the article on the bereavement and perinatal loss is not connecting to this qualitative article. And that is the problem. But I think we can get around it. We just have to search. We have to create a search that's clever. Yeah. We have to create a search that's clever. So, I'm going to pull your search terms and refine them. So, your perinatal loss terms should be good. It's the equity terms that are giving us a headache. Edit all of that. I always want to make sure I'm valid. I'm human. Okay. Don't worry about all of this. Clear. I don't know what N2 is, but that's not good for the search. All right, so this part is good. We know that's going. Is there a syntax error? Okay, so we know the perinatal terms are going to get us all the articles. It's got 400,000 of them. We're not worried. So the issue is these other terms. Now, how can we... Let's see. And again, I'll clear the form, our equities. What's some of not sure. Oh, you're trying to do systematic, implicit, institutional, and bias. Let's come over here. Control, Command, Find. Did we include the word bias? Bias is here. So instead of saying this, then let's put bias as its own term as well. In fact, let's put it with these inequity terms. I'm going to leave that one like that. Or bias. And that way, I think that'll do it now. And then I'm also going to include or disparities that way. And that way, bias should show up because it is in this study. What else is in here that we can use that we already have? It doesn't use the word disparity, right? Yeah, it didn't use disparity. So we have bias. I almost want to put in maybe quality. Yeah, let's put in quality because we're looking for the lack of quality. So let's see if that gets us closer. And syntax errors. Nope, not that one. Not what we needed. I think we need one here. And here. Nope. Well, in that case, let's go back to the basic search and fill this in. Hey. Use yours then. Alright, so I'm going to take the parentheses out. And then take that part out and do the one on this line. No. I don't have no quotation marks. Oh, I have a quotation mark. That's what it was. It did not like that. Let's try that again. So Much better. So now that gave us 1,000,000 documents, of course. Bias everywhere. And so now let's clear this. Clear it. And then come here and choose these two combined. Combined with an and. Gave you the syntax. And so now 7,000 articles. So before I reduce, come over here to the search title, and we want to find European Journal of Midwifery. It is not here. This article is eluding us. Okay, so let's see. What else is here? Let's go. Okay, the keywords. That's what it is. All right, so looking at the article keywords, none of our equity terms are there. Only the perinatal loss. For this search, I'm going to do something I don't usually do, but I think it's necessary so we can make it come up. Let's put in mental health. And we'll put it here with our equity and quality or mental health. That way, it should now pull up. Now, it's going to give us way more. Oh no, it took off 2,000. Interesting. But did it add the one article we need it to add? Now, I'll tell you this. If it doesn't add it, that could still be okay, and we will just say it's one of the hand search articles we have, and it still didn't show up. So this article is not showing up relative to your articles on bias and inequities and whatnot. So you have two options. One, because I know what you're thinking, you could be thinking, well, if that article is not showing up, what other articles about inequities are not showing up? Because clearly this article is about bias and inequities, and they're just not naming it. They even have biases related in the title. So maybe, oh wait, did that just do a title search? Hey, I just saw something that's not what we wanted. We don't want just a title search. Maybe that did it. I was wondering why I dropped so many articles. I'm human. This is what humans do. European Journal, and it still didn't come up. European Journal of Midwifery. Okay, so let's massage it some more. Let's go here and put or palliative care and put that in quotation marks because palliative care is a phrase. Go back to do the same thing for mental health. And let's see, we already had bereavement. And in fact, for your bereavement, I'm going to go to bereave like that. And then and in fact, I'm going to put the phrase in or perinatal loss because this article wants to be specific or perinatal Now you could be asking, you're also asking yourself, well, why did I put perinatal loss and perinatal care and then palliative care separately and differently? Because I'm couching palliative care with the inequities as an issue. But as long as they show up in this search, where you put it, it does matter. I was about to be um, Slack. It does matter. And man, this article, why? These are the keywords that they have given for the article. It is still not here. And we know it's in this database because we already saw it. Let me make sure. Double checking, always double checking yourself. Because maybe yeah, the article is here. Let's see. Mm-mm. Hmm. Hmm. Got me a little stumped. Well, let's combine that query then. Search it with an and. No. Search it with an or. Wrong. Search with or. Yeah, they still didn't show up. Now that's remarkable. What is going on? Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna leave mental health. I am going to move palliative care. That should not do it though. Why is this article not coming up? Let's see. It's kind of ridiculous now. I think author is, let's do auth key. So that means it includes the keywords and the author keywords. And I'm going to put that one on the next one too. Ooh, wee. This one, talk about a headache. But a fun one, not a bad thing. All right. Something as usual, not here. All right, let's not do it in advance because I'm not seeing what the issue is. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna come here and can I? And in that case, I will put the same thing. Oh, can you not combine it? Is that what the issue is? You can't combine it? Okay, learn something new. Let's try it this way. Now, round one. No. Hold on. That ain't the one I wanted to fix. And put author key down here instead of these. And then out here, I'm gonna put all. Let's see. All right, actually, let me build differently because I feel like there's duplication in here I can't see. I'm just checking. We're just gonna spot check as we go along. And instead, switch that from all to author. Hmm. Oh, I remember why I did it that way. Looking at your list now. Sorry. I put the perinatal care with the first one so that you can have or, and it'll show up in the search. As opposed to it won't show up in this one because even though you have it here, because you don't, and we have mental health, I think, here, this line didn't have any of the words, and so that's one reason it won't show up. So perinatal care, in fact, is where I'm gonna put that one. I'm gonna leave perinatal loss where it is, but perinatal care, I'm gonna go ahead and move that one up to the perinatal terms. And that way, now we have mental health or perinatal care or palliative care. I wonder if that's what does it for us. Because last thing I'm gonna say is if it ain't here, we just gotta search. Which means I don't know what it means. I'm genuinely stumped on why this article, even with the keywords, refuses to show up. Let's change this to only keywords. Don't look anywhere else. Look in the keywords. In fact, look in author keywords. $730. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, all the other articles connect. So here's what we could do. If you want all of the terms to show up in one search, let's see if I can do that first. And the way I want to do that is taking out then equity terms, because all the other search terms should and put this back on title. So we have the perinatal terminology and then loss and grief terminology. And inside we're going to search for bias. It's in the abstract. Instead of doing all, let's do the abstract. I'm starting to think this just isn't accurate because there's like, okay, let's do author check. Ain't no way it's in the abstract and it's still not showing up. This article is coded funny. Don't worry, I got a backup plan. It's not in the author list. This article, if it's one of your articles, and I do think it should be one of your articles, even though it does not name bias, it says the word bias. Actually, it said bias a few times, right? Yeah, it said bias, biases, so it named them, but I'm not sure they was talking about recall bias, selection bias. They weren't talking about bias the way you're talking about bias, which is the problem with the word bias. But the word bereaved should be here. And instead of doing abstract, because it's not picking that up, let's go back to author keywords. I'm genuinely stumped. Like, genuinely stumped. Now it's here. Hmm. I wonder. Now, hold on. Hold on. I might just have a solution. I might have us a solution. We know it showed up here. Now let's go to the ones we did without. No, we need mental health in parentheses. No, not those. This is mental health in parentheses. Yes, that one. What if I combine them? It doesn't want to be combined. That's okay. So we have two options. I think the best bet, the best thing to do is to keep your first search this way. Keep all the terms. I personally don't like keywords anyway, so to make it a less giant search, take off keywords because it is just a scoping review, not just a scoping review. Okay, so we're only looking in the title and abstract. And you click search. Oh. So we're only looking in title abstract. That gives us 34,000 words, articles, which is pretty big. What is this? Oh, it included excluding and abnormalities. But it is not on perinatal death. This is one of those articles that would come up as junk. And I don't want you to have so much junk. So let's see how we can limit some of this junk. In fact, I think I'm going to take this section of terms out. And then I'm also going to do post natal loss. That way everything is included. I don't know if you specifically wanted miscarriages, but that might be good to include here. And I think instead of doing it this way, I want us to just do quotation marks. That way it's less messy for the database and for you. And we don't have these parentheses confusing stuff. Because when you start doing couching like this, then sometimes if it's not done well, the database is saying it's something different than what it is. This line isn't necessary because we get we get disparities in the first one here. So that's a duplicate. And now we have losses here. I wonder if that's all we need. Just a combing through of cleanliness. Clean out the search. Now, there are a lot of articles here, but perinatal loss is a hot topic. Has been for a millennium. But I could see in here, what is this? What it? Why is this here? Oh, loss and bias without the perinatal. Okay, so let's keep what we have. Copy that. Go back to the search. And paste it here. Take this last line out. That was just what is this? Come back and put back in the words on perinatal. Now, got a syntax error. I do like going through the source titles to see if if everything is up and up. seeing those other articles was like, something messy in here. Now, I wonder, let me try something. Just so that you can have it all in one search. I feel like we tried this already, but just in case. Somebody's name showed up. Midwifery titles are showing up. Hey, Journal of Midwifery, did that work? You know what? Isn't it easy to put person name? Yes. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, sorry. Yes, got it. It is here now in this search. This is your search. Don't edit it. Don't change it. Use it as it is. I don't know why it did not come up before, but it is here now, and that is what matters. So it's 19,000 articles. Um, that article specifically was not about all right, not about it. So copy that. All right, I will also send you this video. It is long. We got to it though, but you got to see my process. Um, Use it, don't use it, understand. All right. Whew. Thank you for your wait. All right. Call me if you need anything.